Hello people of Earth, and welcome back to another tutorial on this channel. Now today I'll be showing you guys how to make an effective Waystone system using only command blocks on Minecraft Bedrock Edition. Now, what makes this system so cool is that if you set it up in the beginning of a world in creative, and then set yourself to survival with a couple key items, you can go anywhere in the world with these key items, which happen to be an armor stand and a name tag. If you have an armor stand and a name tag for every person's base, if you're using this for a realm, or every location like your base, your mine, whatever that you want, and then place them down, you'll be able to teleport between them without ever switching back into creative or putting down more command blocks. You just have to place down the armor stand and the name. Now, let me show you a quick demonstration of how this works. Let's say that you want to go to your base. You would just go, step on this, and boop, you teleported to this. Look, it's cool base or whatever. But if you want to go back, you just go to the place where you have this and jump, and you're right back at this spawn central hub thing. But let's say you want to go to your mine now. You just go in here, and boop, you're teleported to your mine. And you can go mine or whatever, and then you just go back onto this, and jump, and you're back at the central hub. Now, yes, these kind of systems usually wouldn't be too complex because you'd just be putting a command block wherever you teleport to. But if I go over here, you'll notice there's no command blocks or anything under this. The only thing that's here, although you can't see it, is an armor stand with a name tag. And that's what makes this system cool, is that I can set this all up. I don't have to set these up once I've decided where my base is and everything. I can set this up at the beginning of a world, just deciding how many places I want to be able to teleport to. And then just whenever I build my base, build my mine, or whenever my friends build their bases, whatever, I just place down an armor stand with the name that I decided on beforehand, and I'll be able to teleport to it. So now, why don't we get into the tutorial for how to make this? Okay, so the first step before you actually get into doing the commands is to find the area where you're going to do things. Personally, I would do spawn, but feel free to do it wherever you want. Now, you can have up to 10 pressure plates, up to 10 of these teleporters, so design this based around that. You can have it be as big or as small as you want, though I would say you should probably not have any pressure plates directly next to each other. That could make things a little more difficult. If I was you, I would leave, like, 2 blocks of space, at least, between each one. But yeah, up to 10. You can structure this however you want. I'm just gonna build a little layout real quick, and I'll see you when I'm happy with it. Alright, well, I have set up a design real quick. And now it's time to set up the commands. So the first things you're gonna want to do is do some commands real quick. First, you're gonna go /game rule command block output false. And then /game rule send command block feedback false. You see, if we don't do those commands, the commands will be sending a bunch of stuff into the chat every time we try to activate them, and every time you get teleported, they'll send a "you were teleported to this" message, which can be annoying, so I prefer to just turn those off right away. Right. Now, we're going to need command blocks, so do /give @s command _block. And there we go. Now, pick one of your little layout areas and grab a pressure plate. And now, you're going to need a armor stand. There we go. Name tag. And, of course, an anvil to rename them. I'm just going to put this anvil here. Boom. And then, for each one of your locations, you're going to have to put a name. It can be completely random, or it can relate to where you're going. Let's see. I'll just use this one right here. And I'll name this. And you don't have to put signs. I just do this so that in the future, you'll be able to tell. And let's name this A. Enter. There we go. And we're also going to name this A. Boom. Okay. And now, basically, Basically, you could set these commands up in the beginning of your world, then go into survival and hand these out to your friends or just to yourself, and then you would just take these, go off, and put it down and give it the name. But for the purpose of you guys being able to see what all these commands are doing, I'm just gonna set up a location right now. Yeah, I'll make it right here. Why not? And we put the armor stand and A. There we go. Now, we've got the armor stand over there named A. And now we can finally start setting up the commands. I'm just gonna break out the area underneath this real quick. And time for our first command. This one is very simple. TP at P. So teleport the closest player. We're gonna go brackets R equals 2. Yeah, that's just so that it doesn't teleport people from like over here. At P, you know what? Perhaps you want to have other things be able to travel using this too. So at E, radius equals 2. 2 at E, because this is to who you're going to. Type equals armor, and just so you know, you can do the plus and minus to see more of the text. Armor underscore stand, comma, name equals A. And you just want to put the name, whatever name you named it. I did A in this case to be simple, but if you don't want people to be able to rename it easily, you can always make it very complex, copy some symbols in, and have a complex name. But this way is easiest to me. So now, if we put this back and our pressure plate back, you can see that what it's doing is automatically teleporting the person within closest distance, and if there's no one within a radius of 2 blocks, it won't teleport anyone, which is good because, well, actually, it doesn't really matter that much, but it's good because if you, like, throw an item on it, then it won't teleport you. And then it's just teleporting you to the closest armor stand with the name A, or whatever name you chose. And that's how simple this is. If you have this set up beforehand, you can take your armor stand, put it anywhere in the world, and then you just get onto this and it'll teleport you to there. Now we need a return system. So you can again put this anywhere. Well, this one has to be under the pressure plate. The next one can go anywhere, but for maximum compactness, I like to put it right below. So we're going to go into this and type in. This is a long one, so make sure to follow along. Execute as at E type equals armor underscore stand name equals A in brackets with comma between them, of course. At S run TP at E open brackets R equals 1 comma Y equals 2. And now, before you do anything else, you need to go to your central spot, wherever you want people to be able to teleport back to, your kind of hub of teleporters, and quickly jot down what your coordinates are. So I have negative 116, 95, negative 335. You are going to have different coordinates, but make sure to note them down on a piece of paper or something. And then you're going to come back over to this one, and then you're going to type them in. So for me, those are my coordinates. And now, you're going to turn your command block to repeat and always active. Okay, I'm sorry, there was a mistake here. Y equals tilde 2. And everything else in here should stay the same. And now, if you go over here, go up to this and jump, you get teleported right into here. And that's the basic system. Just make sure you have tilde 2 rather than just 2. I made that mistake. That would have been checking for at the bottom of the word. So, again, to go through it, execute as at E, type equals armor stand, comma, name equals whatever your name is, close brackets, at S, run TP at E, R equals 1, comma, Y equals tilde 2, close brackets, and then the coordinates of your central hub. Right. Now you might be wondering, why do the y equals 2? Why make you have to jump to teleport back? And the reason is, if you didn't do that, then as soon as you teleport here, you would immediately teleport back, which kind of negates the whole function. I tried to do a bunch of stuff to make this different, but I thought, you know what? Jumping is a very effective solution. So yeah, so now, if you go onto this, you get teleported here. And if you jump, you get teleported back here. And that's the basic system done. Now, there are a few tweaks you should do. First of all, if we go underneath this, this is a style thing, but keep watching, there's also a very important thing for this to work. But first, just a personal preference thing. I think it looks kind of bad if the armor stand is just there, because then you get teleported and you see it. So what I like to do is then also go underneath this and put one more command block and do effect at E, type equals armor underscore stand, name equals A, or whatever your name is, of course, invisibility 10 true, and then set it to repeat and always active. And if you did it correctly, you'll see that the armor stand seems to have disappeared. It's still there, as we can check by going like this, whoop, but now you just don't see it, which, in my opinion, is much more aesthetically clean. And if you jump, whoop, you're teleported back. And that's the basic system done. You can have that set up in your world right at the beginning. If you want this to be a survival world, you will have to activate cheats at the beginning, but you can just set up this little command system and then hand out to all your friends one of these with the name, and then they can just go wherever, place it down, name it, and boom, it's invisible and it's ready. Now let me just get over here, get rid of that one. Now, there is still one problem. If we take this very far away, let's just go out of the render distance. Here is probably far enough. And place it down. You'll see it doesn't turn invisible because there's a slight little problem. For a command block to work, it has to be rendered in. So, right now, I can't teleport back by jumping, and the armor stand isn't invisible. And also, if I go back over there, I won't be able to teleport over here, because the armor stand won't be rendered in. And that was a tricky problem that had me scratching my head for a while. But there is a solution. So, if we go back over to our little setup, there's a couple things we can do. First of which, the most important, is to make sure that these command blocks here are all rendered in. And you can do that with a simple command. You go / ticking area add circle tilde 1, name it whatever you want. I'm just gonna name this spawn. This makes this a ticking area. So now, wherever we go in the world, this will be loaded in. It won't spawn mobs, you need players for that, but redstone, command blocks and all that will work. So if I just fly over here real quick, if we go really far away, so that we're well outside the render distance of that area, and place down our thing again, you'll notice that it goes invisible. And it works, and that's because over there is now being loaded in because it's a ticking area. And so even though we're over here, that area in the game is still being loaded in. And now if we go here and jump, it works. But there's still one slight problem. If we go over to this, it doesn't work because now the armor stand isn't loaded in. So let me go over there and delete it real quick. This is going to be a long and annoying journey. You know what? Let me grab out an elytra and rockets, so this trip will just go a little faster. Okay, now that I'm back over here, I'm just going to destroy this real quick. And go back. Right. Cool. So now the problem is how we can get a ticking area by the armor stand. So for this, if we dig back down here, there is one final command block that you need to place in. It's just to do this. Repeat, always active, execute, as, at, E, and put in the same thing in brackets that we've done already many times. In brackets, type equals armor stand, name equals A, at S, run, ticking, area, add, circle, tilde, 1, and then just name it whatever you've named your armor stand. So for me, A. Boom. Cool. Now, if I go over, let's go out of the render distance. If we just go over here. Oh, and just so you know, you don't need a copper block. I'm just doing that so I don't lose it. If we just place this over here, place this in, and name tag it, go over here, and jump, you'll see it works. But even if we go over here, unload this a bit, come back, and walk over this, we still teleport. And there you go. That's the basic system done. You've got all your commands. So now if we just fill this up, and boop, we've got a functional system. We can go over here, teleport over here, and jump, teleport right back. Now, there are a few limitations with this. You can only have 10 ticking areas in your world. So, therefore, you can only have 10 teleporters. But 10 is a pretty big number, so you should be fine, unless you're running a server and trying to use this for this, which, in that case, I'm sorry, I'm not your guy for figuring that out. But otherwise, 10 is a lot. Then the other thing is if you have a low-end device, having 10 ticking areas might be just a little bit laggy. So in that case, maybe don't have that many. But again, this is all up to you. It's all up to how you want to set this up in your world. And so yeah, now you can set these up as many times as you want. Just change the name each time. Because if you have multiple of the same name, you'll notice it breaks. It doesn't work anymore. You can only have one of each name in the world. But as long as you do only have one of that name, you'll be fine. So yeah, you can just mimic these on every single one and switch the name. And again, you can make the name as complex as you want. Like if I was doing this on a realm, which I might, stay tuned for my channel, you might want to make them very difficult. And again, the names can be as complex or as simple as you want them to be. I've just put A here, but you can hide them, make them weird, copy weird symbols into the name so that it's hard to mimic. But regardless, it doesn't really matter because you can only set up one of each. So yeah, what I would do is just set up all these commands and then either hand each player a name tag or just tell them what they need to name it, and then set myself to survival, and let everyone head off on their way, and then once they get to where they want to set up their base, they can just place down their armor stand, name it with the name, and then boom, they've got the system. They can teleport back here, and other people can teleport to them, and teleport back. And yeah, that's basically all of this. Set up as many as you want, and yeah. Thank you all guys all for watching, if any of you guys did watch this or make it through to the end. I really hope you enjoyed, and if you did like it or find it useful, and you're planning to use it in something, please like and subscribe. I could really use it. I'm a very small channel, and I would really love if I could be able to grow. So yeah, if you like this video, if you plan to use any of this stuff, just give me a like, give me a comment. If you have any questions, also leave a comment, and I'll be happy to answer them if I see them. I probably will, because no one watches my videos, and I don't get many comments. If you have any other ideas for command block projects you would like to see me try to make, then just leave them in the comments, and I'll do my best to try and figure out a way to do it. And if I can't, I'll probably comment. Sorry, I have no idea how to do that on your comment. And yeah, though if you do use this for a YouTube series, please give me credit. Don't be like, oh, I'm just using this cool thing on my realm. Do please be like, this is this command block system made by Solomon. Thank you very much. That would be much appreciated. But anyway, thank you all for watching. I hope to see you in the next one, and I really hope you enjoyed. Goodbye.